Main focus of workout 11 in the Active for Life program is aerobic conditioning. A secondary objective is improving the flexibility and mobility in the upper and lower body. You should expect this workout to last roughly 25 minutes. In terms of equipment, for block 1, you will not need any equipment, just some space to complete the exercises. And for the second block, you have the option to run, bike, use the elliptical machine, or row. So depending on what equipment you have access to, you can select the activity that you would like to complete. The target intensity for this workout is moderate, so you should be working at an RPE between 6 and 7. We refer you to our RPE instructional video for more information on RPE. Some tips to consider to be successful in this workout are as follows. For the first exercises in block 1, first and foremost, for each activity, complete the both left and right side on each exercise before moving on to the second one. Each of these exercises are going to be challenging a specific range of motion at multiple joints that you're going to be required to coordinate. So for example, the back lunge with reach. Like many of the exercises in our workouts where the focus is mobility and flexibility, we want you to be focused on controlling your ability to move in and out of positions that challenge your range of motion, but also require you to be mindful of how you move, your key features, the way your knee tracks over your toe, the position of your back as you reach, as an example. So as you're completing these exercises, be mindful that you want to be deliberate. You want to be moving in a controlled fashion. You don't want to be moving fast or sloppy just to complete the reps. And you also want to be focusing on moving towards your end range, not the end range of any joint, but your end range, challenging the end range of motion in a good position, and then moving out of that range of motion and then repeating. For the second block, you are tasked with working for 50 seconds continuously on, followed by 10 seconds of rest, repeating that 5 times, and then resting for 60 seconds. That's one round. And you have to complete 3 rounds of that. So for a few things to consider, the 50 seconds on period has to be at an RPE of between 6 and 7. So depending on what modality you choose, you're going to have to adapt your intensity, speed, resistance to ensure that, number one, you're able to work for 50 seconds continuously, and that work elicits that intensity. It's a quick turnaround. 10 seconds is a pretty quick turnaround, and you have to repeat that 5 times. So it might be that over the course of that 5 repeats in one round, you might have to adapt the intensity to ensure that you can complete 50 seconds of work and your RPE doesn't creep up too high. So just make that judgment call, of course, for yourself. You might be able to hang on for 1 or 2 rounds, and in the last round, you might have to reduce your intensity. It's totally independent to you, but just use the RPE target as a guide, as well as the requirement to work continuously for that work period. We hope you enjoy this workout.